Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. You can do the same at the Grizzly Gentleman for some fantastic beard products that'll make your beard look and smell great. You can also go to TCG Player using the affiliate link below and shop there to help support the show. And last but absolutely not least, go to greyvikinggames.com with the link below to get those sweet arena codes. What's up, Planeswalkers? 36 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. I have once again made some audio modifications. So I knew that I could, on OBS, decrease the decibel. I didn't realize I could increase it as well. So I have my mic audio in OBS set to 1.5, essentially additional decibels. And I've lowered the output on my actual thing. I don't know exactly what it is. It's a Behringer thing. But yeah, so let me know if it's too loud now or if it's still not loud enough. It just looks like the range is a bit more accurate and I can play with it a little bit more. So anyway, today we're playing Death in Texas as it is Saturday. This is essentially the same build as we played last week, except I made some slight changes. I removed the human-making land, that one, for an additional cave. I feel like the cave is just better in the matches where it matters because you're just killing your opponent. Technically, Castle Ardenvale can be helpful to make instant speed chump blockers and things like that, but I think overall cave is just better at what I need it for, which is killing control decks. In the sideboard, I've also removed the additional 2 Containment Priests, as well as 1 Declaration in Stone, and I've added 2 Drannith Magistrates. I thought there must have been only 1 Containment Priest, because I think that's the only thing I changed. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, last week we went against only Jeskai Control, and I believe we won both matches. I would like to fight against potentially a combo deck, but if not, at least one aggressive strategy. I want to see if this deck has weaknesses on that front, because then I can shore those up. Because if I recall correctly, we kind of trounced Jeskai Control, at least in one of the matches. I think another one of the matches was close. But I think one of them, like, we destroyed them pretty handily. Now, an issue is that Wizard's game is trash. I get to do this annoying cancel shuffle. Justin, why don't you edit it out? I don't edit my videos. I will show you the truth. I did trim my nails, which I immediately regret trimming them as low as I did, but Castle but yeah, it's essentially in prep to paint them tomorrow, maybe. I kept my thumbnails long, just because these are like the most robust nails, and like I'm not worried as much about these breaking. I was on traditional historic ranked, right? Yeah, because it was Jund here, and I played best of 3 yesterday. Yes. So why? All right, I guess I'm gonna pause until I get a match. So that was strange. I let that first one go until it reached 2. I left it, did another one, it reached 130, left it, very confused, closed Arena, and then relogging allowed me to match up. I just don't know what's going on. Hopefully my audio is still at a fine level. I will keep this hand. I will say, I just feel like I can't hear the game. Yeah, my game is very low for some reason. Esper Sentinel. Going against Gruul, most likely, so we'll be able to kind of check my skills. Burning Tree, always horrifying. That is a fairly scary start. Hopefully Thalia plus Blade Splicer will be a helpful check in the situation. Thalia can nicely block at least the Burning Tree Emissary if she survives. Then I can play Blade Splicer. I'll have 5 power worth of First Strike blockers. Okay. Yep. Yep. Going to take 8. Ow. Okay. Now the thing is... Jesus Christ. Okay. I am in a rough spot. I literally can't take 8 here. All of that's trample. Jeez. Esper Sentinel essentially is worth nothing. Can block here. Block here. I do have another Thalia, but I think I need to just play Restoration Angel next turn to flicker the Blade Splicer to have an additional thing. I think I just chump this. I end up taking 7. Oh no, I'm still dead. I'm still dead if I take 7. This will die. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely rough. I mean, they had a really good start because of Burning Tree Emissary. Burning Tree as a card is dubious in terms of its required legality. So Restoration Angel is slightly less valuable since we don't have a thing to pump it. So I think the issue here is I just die in 2 turns. Actually, I don't think there's any way for me to gain life. Is there? No, there's literally no way for me to gain life. I guess I have Skyclave Apparition, but I have to not lose literally any more life for the rest of this game. Which is super unlikely. Alright, this isn't a first strike anymore. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, they exile my Blade Splicer most likely. Oh, sure. I'm down to 2. I can block and block, and then I have to top deck Skyclave. And my opponent has to have nothing. No burn, no other trample, none of that. Leaves are still vibing. Well, I'm alive, which is fun, but I'm dead, which is not. Alright, Authority of the Consuls. Portable Hole. Declaration in Stone. More Skyclaves. Reidane is better for the more go wide. This is, for what it's worth, Gruul decks, the bigger aggressive decks are harder for D&T to deal with than the non-big ones, obviously. Let's see. Thalia is still decent. Containment Priest. I assume they're running Collected Company. I'm not sure that's super valuable. Do I want to just yeet Esper Sentinel entirely? I might. I think I will. Archon makes it so they can't cast more than 1 spell, which is potentially nice. Restoration Angel does have a decent body. She does come down on 4. So I'm wondering if it's correct to, like... Well, the issue is just, like... Just, you know, combination potential. I guess Spellbinder's not as good. Sure, let's try this. and see if it helps. Obviously, going first is probably going to be the largest determinant in my ability to win, but the fact that my opponent had what had to be the nearly perfect curve, right? This is... Okay, I suppose I will keep this. Yeah. That had to have been like one of the best curves, right? They had 1-drop grower, 2-drop... Interesting. Okay, that's pretty good. I can... Yeah, I'll probably just make this grow. Hopefully they don't have an early Priest of Removal. But yeah, like, I think their curve was nuts. Looks like they do have an early piece of removal. Fry is an interesting one to bring in, but I guess all my creatures are white, so... Play the Thalia. Yep. Give it haste. Darn. At any point, drawing an additional land would be, you know, fantastic. I am just going to keep Thalia back. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have kept Thalia back. I'm definitely keeping her back on a subsequent turn. Yikes. This card helps so much. Alright, well, at the very least, I can protect my Thalia. Yeah, very much don't like the not drawing land here. Sure, that's fine, I suppose. Gain some life from it. They have 3 mana. They have 4 mana. Can't cast Collected Company if they have it. They can activate this. They can only do it as a sorcery, and it looks like that's what they're doing. Yep. So I assume they're probably just going to attack with the 7/7? I have an additional Selfless Savior. So I think I can just block to reduce the amount of damage I take here. Block and sack. Take 7, go to 12. No, I'm not going to block. Because if I draw a land, I want to... Thank you. I want to play this. I think I'm going to put this on here. It doesn't do me well yet. Oh no, I can block the Voltaic Brawler potentially. Okay. Alright, I think I just play an additional Archon here. Or I could play a Selfless Savior and attack with Blinkmoth Nexus. I think that's very slightly better. Should I use it to block? They have Fry, so they can kind of kill whatever. I think I'll be attacking with Blinkmoth Nexus. Yeah. I do have to kill my opponent at some point. I do still want to make Archon a little bit larger. Stop it. Okay. So they didn't have Collected Company in that situation, so that's good. Okay, we were able to win one of them. I don't think I can really see anything else. No, just good old-fashioned Gruul Aggro. Is Spellbinder better than Reidane? Yeah, we'll still keep this. We just have to kind of hope that we have a good opening hand and our opponent doesn't have the best opening hand. We do have a good opening hand. Our opponent's thinking about it. They did keep. So we can Savior into probably Thalia. Yeah, since we have an additional Thalia, I think Savioring into a Thalia is probably going to be the best choice. They just play Elf. They just play Elf. That's very helpful. The fact that we drew a Skyclave Apparition is also quite helpful. If their plan was to go into... Do I attack? I don't think I do. Do I? My thinking where it is like... I have an additional Thalia. Next turn, I might be Skyclave Apparitioning. Is it worth the trade of the Llanowar Elves? Not for 1 point. It's real close, but... Yeah, if they were banking on a... Okay, Questing Beast is frightening, but I do have a Skyclave Apparition for that. Yeah, so I think I just Skyclave, hope that I top deck another land. And then I have the chance. I think I'm just gonna haste it. There's like Galia or whatever, but I think I need to just like hurt my opponent. Yeah, if I can get another land, then I can double Luminarch and kind of put these things out of super duper dumb range. Burning Tree Emissary. Burning Tree Emissary. This card should not be in this format. Damage can't be prevented. This is indestructible. It does not get prevented. It just is. Okay. Okay. I think I want to go with... These aren't worth Skyclaving. Just, period, they're not. Where do I want to put this? I think I want to put it here. It gives my Apparition the chance to block as well. Frostodon means I can't gain life. Sure. You did that in the wrong order. You lost a life for that. You didn't technically have to. Going to Skyclave the Frostodon. Then I'm going to buff my Thalia so she can block a Bonecrusher Giant, and I will just pass. Next turn, I can put down the Archon. Awesome. Portable Hole costs me 2, which is just incredibly rude. But yes, I'm going to play the Archon so that I can start hitting them in the sky. We are going to get this Skyclave out of, like, normal shock range or whatever. We'll pass. My opponent has 1 card. I have several. Got there. Skyclave Apparition, absolutely necessary in this matchup. Luminarch Aspirant absolutely helps, making it so that I can stand a chance to compete with their creatures. Their creatures generally are going to be bigger than mine, but if I'm able to hold them off, then I do think over the course of the game I'll win. So it was a good showing. Red-green aggressive decks, or like big green-based aggressive decks, are harder to deal with than like mono red, kind of smaller aggressive decks, or even like white weenie. I think we have a slightly better time with. This is amazing. This is a fantastic hand. We got the curve of the century. Utterly fantastic. Our opponent mulliganed as well. They do get to go first. Fister, I feel like I've seen. Wow, who would have thought? Slim Shady would be something that you would have bought. Sure. So we might get memory lapsed here. But I guess that's fine. Nope. Our opponent had a pretty bad hand, I suppose. And I will have the first one hit the Savior here. Even though, like, Luminarch Aspirant, I will absolutely sack the Savior for. Against a control deck, I want to get as much damage in as early as possible. Captain is potentially better than Splicer here, but I don't know by how much. My turn. I do like the Spellbinder. I will attack with both. Even if they seal away my Luminarch Aspirant, I'm super fine with that. They don't. I am going to cast one of my 3-drops. I think I'm going to cast Spellbinder here. Yeah, let's cast Spellbinder. Yep, gets countered. That's fine, to be honest. They're not using it to draw cards. They only have 4 cards left. And they don't have a board. If they cast Wrath of God, then, I mean, they don't even have the white for it yet. I can keep the Aspirant around, which is going to grow stronger. They choose still not to have double white, which is strange to me, but okay. I'll play plans. I'll go to combat. I will make this larger. And I will Smork for 5. They might think about, like, trying to steal my Selfless Savior for Archmage's Charm? Or with Archmage's Charm? Nope, they Shark Typhoon. Still don't have double white. They have to have a board wipe here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this trade happen. Then I'm going to play Ranger-Captain of Eos, get another Selfless Savior, and play that. Yes. And I might actually preemptively sack the Ranger-Captain. This card's sweet. I might preemptively sack the Ranger-Captain. Let's see. This will be 5 power next turn. If they board wipe me, it'll be 4 power. And if they don't, it'll be 5 power. So I think it's fine. I think the difference is not necessary, because if they don't have a board wipe, then I do want as large of a board as possible. Because then I can attack them for 8 power, then sack it. Yeah, I mean, this Narset is going to be too little too late, almost certainly.
Past, present, and future are bound. I have just the trick for this.
And see, these are all cards. Portable Hole. Alright. Hits my Aspirant pretty well. But yeah, these are all cards that the Death and Taxes decks... I mean, the thing is, Death and Taxes right now, as I've said before in Historic, has a decent number of cards that are going for it, which does mean that your opponent can be surprised by some things that you choose to use. This almost certainly is hitting the Aspirant. Yep. That is fine. I can not activate Cave of the Frost Dragon yet. I do like the idea of Esper Sentinel. Let's see. Yeah, I need one more land for Cave of the Frost Dragon. I can just kill Narset, hit them down to 10. Then cast Esper Sentinel. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Just triple checking. Next to attackers, attack you, attack you. They have mana to pay for a
My mind needs a rest.
They have mana to pay for a Wrath, and I'm not gonna cast the Restoration Angel here. I just don't think it's necessary. If they cast a Wrath, they're going to be tapped out. Then I can Restoration Angel. I save my Ranger Captain, cast the Restoration Angel, attack them for 6. Then, hopefully at that point I'll draw a land, use Ranger-Captain of Eos, sack it so they can't do more Wrath shenanigans. Yeah. I will say, while this art for Restoration is fine, very Kaldheimy, which I assume was the intent, the one I'm using for the thumbnails, the art I prefer. It's not the first art, it's the second art. The first art's great, this art's great, but the second art, the one I'm using, is just perfecto. It's something about I think the blue hair, or sorry, the blue dress with the black hair. I think that just makes the composition. I don't know what I'm talking about. My opponent is going to do nothing, it seems. Alright, that's fine. Ah, upkeep, you're going to do something. What's that? What would you like to do on my upkeep? I could just Resto Angel that. You know what? Sure. Let's do it. This could get countered, I suppose. Do you have a 2-mana counter in your hand? Yes or no? Looks like a no. You might as well pay for that. They didn't pay for it. This is all before I've drawn. Which is fantastic, because now I have an additional flash creature. So I will Smork on in. On their upkeep, I will make it so they can't cast spells, thanks to Ranger of Eos. They can cast non-creatures, so essentially they can't cast spells. And thanks to Cave of the Frost Dragon and Blinkmoth Nexus, I have pretty reasonable chance at lethal next turn. My opponent doesn't know about the Containment Priest in my hand. Yeah. Our opponent did mulligan, so that is something to note. They have another Archmage's Charm? They do, in the top 13. And they target my Selfless Savior, which is just strange. What it is, this life a little, to see him buried instead. Got there. Now we can go to game 2. Paladin Class, absolutely. Reidane's, absolutely. They didn't show any, I mean, they showed very little cards. Very few cards. They didn't really show Foretell. So I think I just have to get rid of 4 cards. I do like the Flash and Containment Priest. Let's yeet this. Not really a lot else that I want to yeet here. I guess Containment Priest is the weakest of them. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Selfless Savior can get rid of certain cards like the Hole as well as Narset, but I think I just don't need them. As always, Nice. I will need an additional land, but we are going second, so winning the first game is very helpful at alleviating the pressure on the second game. Because now, even if I do lose, I have the ability to win the third game. Whereas my opponent has to win this one and the following one. What did I get emailed? Oh, okay. So I'd like a 2-drop. Looks like a portable hole. Yep, portable hole. Rip. I did draw a land. That's very helpful. Didn't draw a 2-drop. But, I guess they can just counter things now. And that passed to me very quickly. So I assume essentially they have nothing but counter magic. Since I've doubled up on these, I think I'll use these. And I'll start with a card that they know of. They counter it. Let's see if they have anything on turn 4. Oh, look, it's Memory Lapse. That's fine. My hand is full of 3-drops. I will continue to cast them. I still think that Memory Lapse should be not in the format. But, okay, so this time they made a decision. Cast this. Counter me. And that's one of the things about... Memory Lapse, the issue with Memory Lapse, right, is that... do I want Selfless Savior or do I want Esper Sentinel? I'm going to go with Savior. Savior's just a really good choice. The issue with Memory Lapse, right, is that it essentially says, like, draw a card on it. Typically with counterspell decks, they can only run so many counterspells, right? And once things start resolving, they have to kind of deal with those. But when it's Memory Lapse, you put it on top of their library, and then you get another chance at drawing a counterspell. Essentially an additional chance at drawing a counterspell. While they don't get a chance to, like, draw a land or draw a different threat or anything. Do I want to pre-combat? Let's see. Destructive Wound cycles for that. Okay, so they could cycle a 3/3 in. Let's cast the Selfless Savior that they know about and see if they want to do anything with that. Okay. So now I have some sort of protection against a cycled Shark Typhoon. Coward. Now, they have something, for sure. They didn't cast a fairy last turn. I like Blade Splicer because it's one of those one-man army cards. I'm just going to cast this. Probably going to get counterspelled. My opponent could also just let it resolve if they have a board wipe and they cycle. So I have to assume that at least one of these cards is a land. This is Jeskai? Didn't even realize it. Interesting. So this makes me assume they have a board wipe, which is fine. 2, 4, 6. Baneslayer Angel. Interesting. Baneslayer Angel is a good card against me. So I could play this on 4. But I think I'm going to do this. And look. I can still cast it, which is unfortunate. Damn. I guess I should have played the Spellbinder. Could have hit Baneslayer. Could have hit Baneslayer Angel. I would have seen it coming, which is very important. My opponent essentially would have had to Day of Judgment. I would have lost this, but I would have kept this. Yeah, this Baneslayer Angel is a problem. So I think what I need here is a Luminarch Aspirant or another Paladin Class. That way I can buff up my Golem. Okay. Targeting Spellbinder? Sure. Now the thing is, if they attack me... Okay, they do decide to attack me here. Interesting. Okay. So I know about the seal away. At the very least, I'm attacking with Blade Splicer. Attack with a 3/3. I have another Blade Splicer. I have another Ranger-Captain of Eos. I think I do just attack with all of these and be fine with it. Yeah, I assume they use their seal away. I hit my Ranger-Captain. Even though I don't have Skyclave Apparition, I don't want them to know that. It appears that they're deciding to do this. Interesting. They're deciding to cycle. I'm fine if they Day of Judgment. I like actively want them to. We're gonna lose 4. They're only gonna gain 4. I can just give the Frost Dragon now. That's pro dragons. First things first. Attack like this, see if they want to seal away now. Does it settle the wreckage, perhaps? Yeah, I'm in a rough spot. I think I've lost. But that's where game 3 comes in. little surprised by that. I think they have another Shark Typhoon. You're not supposed to say good game if you... It's fine. My opponent very obviously doesn't know etiquette. Skyclave Apparitions are looking a little bit better. We'll do something stupid like that. Need a decent hand. It's a decent hand. It's not super strong. No one drop is a little scary. The idea essentially is that we can get an Archon of Emeria down, which should slow them down a little bit. Then we have some nice flashy Restoration Angels that can protect our creatures or just come in as surprise attackers. I'm gonna play Hall of Storm Giants first, which is interesting, I suppose. What you doing? Okay, I don't need to draw any more lands, thank you. We're gonna attack now, see if they have a seal away that they want to use here. There we go. I really wanted to resolve my Archon. I feel Archon is slightly more valuable, because it will almost certainly slow down their mana base here. Damn it. I do like Thalia. I'm dumb. I should have attacked with Blinkmoth Nexus as well. I'm just gonna end turn. That's fine. Absolutely fine, sir. Run and Triumph. I'll cast a Resto Angel. Would you like to counter it, sir? Memory Lapse. That's fine with me. Okay, that was very strange. Do I want a Thalia here? Yeah, I do. For 3 damage. Now they have to have a non-basic, or they need to have a basic if they want to Wrath me. If I end up drawing another land, then I can use it to Resto Angel. Or will hold my Thalia. Does cost them 2 mana though. So I suppose that's fine. They missed a land drop, very importantly. I will cast this first. Don't know if it'll actually matter. I'll attack with my Archon. Maybe I should be running Cleansing Nova for this matchup. Because I destroy other artifacts or enchantments. And I get my stuff back. What? I don't understand what they're looking at. Sure, dude. X equals 0. Shark Typhoon? Sharknado? Whatever you'd like to describe it as. I've only drawn 11 cards. Baffling End. They can't cast anything else. I cast a Restoration Angel, target my Archon. They have a chance to cast something. Oh, no, they don't. Because it leaves and comes in. Boop. I do really like Reidane here. I really don't think she's going to resolve. Do this. Smork on in. Yeah, if they had nothing there, I really doubt they don't have a counterspell for this. But I guess I still force them to use it. And if it's a memory lapse, it just hops back on top anyway. But I mean, the main reason that I'm able to, to be doing so well is that they've missed a land drop. Pressure Angel has helped. I don't think I saw Teferi in either of the games. No, I didn't. Huh. Imagine destroying all of these artifacts or enchantments. Get a 1-1, a 2-1 with First Strike and a tax effect, and a 3-3 Dinosaur with Trample. We need a Leonin Relic Warder. We need some of that. You're dead on board. Got there. Was that match decided a little bit more on the fact that they weren't drawing lands? Maybe. But control decks, you know, Death and Taxes like to exploit the weaknesses of mana. I don't think I actually have real packs. Oh, I finished the Mastery Tree. Cool. Get this ugly dragon. I don't think I have real packs. I don't. Incredibly rude. Yeah, I'm still liking Death and Taxes. Still liking where it's at right now. Obviously, there's still some slots that could be in flex. I haven't seen sack decks yet, or madness decks yet, but I do know that they exist, which is, you know, why I have some things for it. But yeah, there is a human version that you can run that uses like Esper Sentinel and Thalia's Lieutenant and stuff like that. So I might, since we're getting some more human stuff from Innistrad, I might do that next week. Do one that's a little bit more human-centered. But yeah, I still really like where Death and Taxes is at. It's still going to be one of my strongholds. Bolas is not in a great spot right now, which is unfortunate. We're still keeping Bolas around, but Death and Taxes is definitely the deck of mine that is doing very well. I still have a P.O. box. Feel free to send me things. I will open them on camera. I spent a lot of money to get this P.O. box because people said they would send me things. Anyway, I'd like to thank my lovely patrons for the continued support. If you'd like to join them supporting the show, you can find links down in the description. You can become a Twitch sub. Speaking of Twitch, since it's Saturday for you all, I'll be streaming on Twitch today, like an hour after this video's typically posted, so like 1 p.m. Central Time. You can also just become a YouTube member. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe. That stuff definitely helps out. And you know, watch my videos. Al Gore Rhythm is being very mean to me right now. Yeah, until next time, I'll be one.